Hello again, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another Let's Play playthrough something. I don't know. I don't care. But welcome back to Minecraft. Because why in God's green earth not? So I've been wanting to get back into this game again. It's been a few weeks, probably a month since I really last played this, but on a different console this time. So this time we're doing it on the Series X. One of these days on the TikTok page I will show you my collection of consoles and games and stuff. But I think this is well worth... No, I didn't know my shadow was there. Oh, cool little detail. You can... Probably can't tell on the screen view, but my shadow is right there. Somewhere around there. But we're doing something different. We're doing different kind of playthrough. So, the last time you guys saw this playthrough, I was building Minecraft City on the PlayStation 5. So, this time, I'm going to be doing something a little different. Building Minecraft City on the Series X. But, you know, I'm going to try and make it different. And kind of see where it goes from here. But, I think this is where I wanted to build this place the last time I was here. So, yeah. I think the way I'm going to do it is... red concrete is going to be buildings. Gray is going to be the road. The heck was it? Blue is going to be the water. Or little ponds or whatever. And then yellow is going to be farmland. I think that's how I was going to do it. So let's get on. So, hope you guys have been having a good time. You know, watching me play video games. For on the side when I don't do podcasts. I actually just did some podcast clips editing earlier today, and you know, I like doing it. I really do like doing it. So some people don't like it when I talk about their whatever. There's so much that I want to talk about, you know, the future of what I'm doing and some other projects that I'm doing, but I can't tell you. So it stings that I can't tell you, but I gotta keep it the way it is and just not say anything, which is so difficult for me, 'cause I'm an open book. I'm a flat-out open book, and oh god, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So, because there are times where I just can't shut up. That might be a TISM thing. So, you know, I use this as kind of like a little therapy session, Minecraft, for myself, because it really does help. It helps me, you know. Get some stuff off my chest that I really want to talk about, and in different ways and stuff. Oh jeez, well, I lost my train of thought, but I do go to therapy. I go to therapy. Shut up. But sometimes it helps. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm not gonna lie about that. That also might be a me thing, where I use therapy as kind of things to get off my chest, which is like kind of the legitimate point of therapy, but I do it differently. So there are some times to where I will use therapy as kind of a not a coping mechanism, but more of a outlet of things I want to get off my chest, but kind of differently. So, what I mean is, therapy's weird. Therapy's super weird. Because sometimes you will use therapy as like, oh, here's what's bothering me today, or here's what's been bothering me for the last 6 months, which is kind of where I was going with this story. There are things that I have had a hard time talking about, that my wife knows. And I'm not going to sit here and just ramble about my wife, and our married life and all that crap. Because, it's between me and her. And I believe that's what a good marriage should do. Is keep their married life to themselves. So, because you don't care. I don't care that you don't care. And I'm just going to keep rambling about, random stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. And if you don't like it, well, I don't know what to tell you. So, how have you guys been? I feel like I'm streaming, even though I'm not. I don't stream that much anymore. I like doing this kind of stuff, which is individual, like 10 or 20 minute videos. Why are you here? Get out of here. Of like Minecraft or some crap. I've always been a fan of that, doing that. As I've talked about on a previous Let's Play, one of my dream jobs, I guess you would call my dream job when I was younger, was to work for Rooster Teeth. And that, of course, never happened. Because I didn't realize how much work it took to move to freaking Austin, Texas, and basically restart my life. I thought it was so simple back in the day. I thought it was so simple that I could just move to Austin and then call it a day. No, because it's much more than that. And you really don't realize it until much later on in your life how much work it takes to do what you want to do. So, for those who know what I do in the real world that isn't gaming, there are times where I don't know how to word it. I really do love my job. I do love what I do. I love what I do when it comes to gaming, podcasting. I love what I do. There are times where I feel like I could do more. But I had a coworker years ago tell me this piece of advice that I really want to share with you guys. Because we are a land of overthinking here in the States. We overthink like effing crazy. So, what I want to share with you is don't think too hard, or at least try not to think too hard, but use your head. If that makes sense or doesn't make sense, please, for the love of God, tell me. I thought it didn't make any sense first when I first heard it, because how the hell are you supposed to use your head but not overthink? Like, how do you do that? It took a lot of mental training to really understand what that means. So what it means is, as I said before, we are a land of overthinkers. We overthink constantly. It's a reoccurring thing that what we will do is overthink like psychopaths. Green is now farmland. So, as I said, we come from a land of overthinking. And, you know, anxiety in particular, and, you know, OCD or whatever kind of TikTok mental disorder you can think of, runs rampant here in the States. Runs absolutely rampant. And you really don't realize it until much later in your life that it's kind of like a cancer in that way. It just keeps coming back. And I think the best way to describe it would be like that. It's a cancer that keeps coming back. But what we'll do is we'll think about the slimmest chances of something going horribly wrong, and we'll overthink about it for days, sometimes even weeks, and we'll give ourselves panic attacks here and there. And it really is, it's terrible, to put it kindly. Oh, it's a pig. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm cured from anxiety. Like, no, because I still deal with it. And I still deal with other things that enter my brain. What's that noise? Most of it's my fault. There are some things that I wish I could talk about more. But I also know that, you know, what happened in my life isn't who I am now. I've grown up a lot. I've grown up a lot since, you know, the last 10 years or so. We're not the same people who we are 10 years ago. We're not. And there are some people that will think that you're the same person you are from 10 years ago. That's further from that. That can't be further from the truth. So, anyway, back to overthinking because I rambled on this long enough. So, what he told me was, don't think about the consequences of every action you take. Just act. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Xbox. Just don't think so hard about what could be or what ifs. Like, it's a case of the what ifs. Don't think about it so hard, just act. And that's difficult for people. Well, for the average human being nowadays, is so difficult to do that. Is to just act. But I think in the grand scheme of things, we all overthink in our own stupendously unique way. And it can really wreck us. So, I hope you guys like this playthrough, because I really like to use this as kind of a therapy session for myself. So, that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. And I'll see you in the next episode. Laters.